medical mysteries told by the real doctors who solved them. Names and characteristics of patients and other individuals have been changed.
Well, I don't really know how to explain what's going on. Yeah, but the last night's party has nothing to do with it, though.
Jessica was very sick. She was intubated, and she had multiple IVs running. She had medicine for her seizures. She had medicines for her arrhythmias and medicines to keep her blood pressure and her heart rate stable. We admitted Jessica to the ICU because we just couldn't provide enough supportive care for her.
Ma'am, where can we find Jessica Yang?
Where's my daughter?
Jessica Yang.
Hi, doctor. Where's
Hi,
Jessica Yang?
I'm Dr. Colvin. I'll take you in to see her. I just want to prepare you for what you're going to see, okay? To see tubes and to see a ventilator on a family member is very disheartening and very scary.
Jessica.
I know this is difficult for both of you, but I still have some questions I need to ask, okay?
Is she gonna die?
No, nobody's gonna die.
She's gonna die, right? Just don't wanna tell you.
Nobody's gonna.
I don't have a diagnosis, and without that answer, there's nothing we can do.
Our 5-year-old patient, Josh Abbott, is very sick with a rare blood disorder that we've diagnosed correctly and treated, but he's still spiraling downward. Well, he's still pretty cyanotic. I guess the methylene blue is not working adequately. He's been treated for methemoglobinemia, but then it decompensates again.
Here you go, buddy.
It's not making any sense because the methylene blue is supposed to solve the problem, but it keeps recurring again.
I thought you said it would work for sure.
Could there be something else wrong with him?
We don't know why this is happening.
How is everything?
Status quo. We need to run more tests.
She's just too unstable right now.
Jessica Yang is crashing so frequently that we need to be by her bedside at all times. It wasn't a matter of if she was going to crash again, but when.
I'll take over for you.
When a patient's heart stops beating, we worry about damage to other organs. And in Jessica's case, we are especially worried about the brain. Anytime the brain goes without oxygen, you can get brain damage. And that's what we are trying to prevent.
Oh my God.
Miss Yang, I need you to leave. I need you to leave. Dolores! Miss Yang, I'm going to have you just step outside for a minute. Finally, I was able to see that her heart arrhythmia was happening before her seizure. And I had visual confirmation the heart arrhythmia is causing these brain seizures from a lack of oxygen. Check for a pulse. In essence,
No pulse.
the brain is being starved of oxygen. I'm certain Jessica's problem is with her heart. Time was not on our side. I know what I saw. She had an arrhythmia, then she went into a seizure.
I'm not doubting you. I just wonder if it's hard to tell which came first.
It is hard to tell, but I was staring right at the monitor when it happened.
We need to get her to the echo lab for echocardiogram.
She's just too unstable. She won't tolerate the transport. It's absolutely important to get a cardiologist to see her immediately. Colette, let's get a cardiology consult stat.
Okay.
Ma'am, I need to get very specific with you about some of the exposures Josh could have had since he's been here in the hospital.
Aren't there tests to figure that out? Blood cultures?
There are. We're running all of those. We have to just narrow things down a bit. Some of these exposures can actually come from foods. I know he hasn't been eating much since he's been here in the hospital, however.
I'm very strict about his diet. He's not allowed to eat any processed foods, just fruits, vegetables, and grains.
Actually, it's the vegetables I'm most concerned with. Do you prepare any homegrown vegetables at all?
Well, yes.
Has he had any since he's been here in the hospital?
He eats a lot of dairy products. Right, Claire? Milk, yogurt. Any of these things could have caused him to get sick.
No, they wouldn't do that. In critical situations, especially when a child is sick, family members sometimes let down their guard. And they open up and they share a lot of personal information.
Claire was sick a lot as a child, and our mom was, let's just say absent was an understatement.
I see. It's one of the privileges we have as physicians. This is one of the reasons you take the Hippocratic Oath.
I spent a lot of time taking care of her, but I was just a kid myself.
No, of course. These oaths are important because people do share with you. People do open up to you in times of crisis.
She overcompensates with Josh, clearly. I don't even think she realized she does it.
So Josh's clinical picture is improving. So we want to redraw the methemoglobin level to kind of see if his condition is getting better or if it's declining.
Dr. Cardillo?
Yeah?
Josh is crying.
Well, he's getting an injection, so kids
Orange
cry.
tears.
What's that from?
Every so often you get a little lucky and the unexpected happens. Josh cried. And it was that crying that revealed a critical piece of evidence to unravel this mystery.